Can you feel that familiar ache, that gnawing frustration when you see raw, undeniable talent trapped in a perpetual state of limbo? When a player, brimming with potential and flashes of brilliance, is constantly battling for a consistent spot, seemingly always on the knife edge of opportunity or obscurity. Right now, that's the agonizing narrative unfolding for Nick Robertson with the Toronto Maple Leafs, a saga that's reached a fever pitch. Are we witnessing the final, desperate struggle of a promising career in blue and white, or has a recent, electrifying performance finally forced the hand of a franchise grappling with a profound dilemma of depth? The Toronto Maple Leafs, a team perpetually under the microscope, are once again staring down a fascinating high-stakes roster puzzle. With the impending return of veteran Scott Laughton from injury, a ripple effect is set to cascade through the lineup, forcing general manager Brad Treliving and head coach Craig Berube to make some tough calls. Will it be the promising Easton Cowan, potentially sent back to junior to further hone his craft? Or will it be the enigmatic Nick Robertson, a player whose name has become almost synonymous with trade rumors, despite his undeniable offensive upside? This isn't just about shuffling lines. It's about defining identities, making strategic sacrifices, and ultimately charting the course for a team with Stanley Cup aspirations. For Robertson, this isn't uncharted territory. It feels like a recurring nightmare, a Groundhog Day scenario where he continually proves his worth, only to find himself on the outside looking in. He's a player who has consistently battled injuries and a crowded depth chart, making his journey to becoming an everyday NHLer a grueling uphill climb. Yet every time he gets a sniff of opportunity, he seems to respond with a defiant roar. And this past Saturday, with the spotlight shining brightest, he did it again. With superstar William Nylander sidelined, a golden opportunity presented itself, and Berube, known for his no-nonsense approach, didn't hesitate. He elevated Robertson into the coveted top six, a chance for the young winger to truly showcase his wares alongside some of the league's elite. And what a response it was. Berube, not one for effusive praise without merit, couldn't hide his satisfaction. Willie was out, so I put Robbie up there. Berube stated, a hint of approval in his voice. He did a good job. He added energy to that line with his speed, and he ended up scoring a big goal for us, which is great. He did a good job coming in. That's not just a coach giving a pat on the back. That's a coach acknowledging impact, recognizing a player who seized his moment with both hands. Robertson didn't just fill a void. He injected a jolt of electricity, a symphony of speed, and a shot that found the back of the net, proving once again that when given the chance, he can produce. This recent surge of form, however, arrives amidst a swirling vortex of speculation that has long shadowed Robertson's career. Despite his flashes of brilliance, his struggle to cement an everyday role has made him a perennial fixture in trade discussions. And according to TSN NHL insider Darren Dreger, those whispers aren't just idle chatter. They're rooted in concrete conversations. The 24-year-old finds himself one more time in a very familiar spot with the Toronto Maple Leafs, and he's hoping for a larger role opportunity in the National Hockey League. Dreger revealed on Insider Trading, painting a picture of a player yearning for stability. He's pushing 160 NHL games. I know that Toronto Maple Leafs GM Brad Treliving has recently talked with clubs that may have some interest in Nick Robertson. Given the depth that the Maple Leafs have, it's a tough spot for Robertson. So maybe it's time to give him a fresh start somewhere else. The very notion of a fresh start for Robertson is loaded with both hope and heartbreak. Hope for a player who could thrive with consistent ice time elsewhere, and heartbreak for a fan base that has watched him battle through so much, only to potentially see him flourish in another jersey. The report even detailed a specific instance of the Leafs attempting to move him, reportedly trying to send Robertson to the Columbus Blue Jackets in exchange for Chinakhov, a deal that ultimately fell through. This isn't just hypothetical musing. It's concrete evidence that the Maple Leafs front office has actively explored avenues to move Robertson, even as he continues to demonstrate his value. With a one-year, $1.8 $1.25 million extension signed this offseason, his contract makes him an attractive, relatively low-cost option for teams looking for offensive punch, further fueling the trade speculation. His current stat line of 1 goal and 1 assist for 2 points in 8 games this season, while modest, doesn't fully capture the impact of his recent top 6 performance. But amidst the clamor for a trade, a powerful counter-narrative has emerged, championed by seasoned NHL analyst Nick Kypreos. Speaking on Real Kuiper and Bourne, Kypreos launched a passionate defense of Robertson, urging the Maple Leafs to resist the temptation to deal him away for what he perceives as insufficient return. "I'm not trading Nick Robertson," Kypreos declared emphatically, his voice dripping with conviction. All of a sudden, there is a lot of talk of Nick Robertson. Think about this for a second. Why do you want Nick Robertson being traded right now? Why? His argument is simple, yet profound. The value Robertson brings to the team, particularly his speed and offensive instincts, far outweighs the meager return of a mid-round draft pick. Kypreos' stance is a stark reminder that not all assets are created equal, and sometimes the intangible benefits a player provides are more valuable than a future draft lottery ticket. What are you trading him for? The 4th rounder does what for me? There is no reason right now that you should just give Nick Robertson away, Kypreos continued, his frustration palpable. You're giving up depth for a 4th round pick, which is useless to me. I'll tell you what he does. He makes my team faster. My team gets slower when he leaves for a 4th round pick. He's still young, he's energetic, he's fast, and he can still shoot a puck. But I really want a 4th round pick. You are not getting anything back for him. I'm not giving up depth, I'm sorry. This isn't just about one player. It's about the very philosophy of team building. Kypreos highlights a critical point. In the grind of an 82-game season and the intensity of the playoffs, depth is paramount. Injuries are inevitable, slumps are common, and having versatile, skilled players who can step into various roles is a luxury that often separates contenders from pretenders. Robertson, with his speed, shot, and relentless energy, provides a unique element that the Maple Leafs, despite their offensive firepower, could sorely miss. To trade him for a speculative mid-round pick, a pick that has a notoriously low chance of developing into an NHL regular, feels like a short-sighted move, a sacrifice of immediate, tangible value for a distant, uncertain prospect. The decision facing Brad Treliving and the Maple Leafs coaching staff is unenviable. On one hand, you have a player who, despite his talent, has struggled for consistency and has been actively shopped. On the other, you have a player who, when given a chance, recently delivered a clutch performance, earned praise from his coach, and has a vocal advocate in the media arguing for his retention. The roster crunch is real, and someone has to give. But is it truly worth sacrificing a player like Robertson, who brings a much-needed element of speed and offensive flair, for what might amount to a marginal return? The Maple Leafs are a team built on star power, but even the brightest stars need a supporting cast that can contribute meaningfully. Robertson, at 24 years old, is still young enough to develop into a consistent top-9 forward, potentially even a top-6 contributor on a regular basis. His recent performance, coming at a critical juncture, serves as a powerful reminder of what he can be. It's a testament to his resilience and his unwavering belief in his own abilities. The question now is whether the Maple Leafs organization shares that belief enough to give him the sustained opportunity he craves, or if they will ultimately decide that his future lies elsewhere. As the trade deadline looms and roster decisions become increasingly urgent, the fate of Nick Robertson hangs precariously in the balance. Will the Maple Leafs prioritize cap flexibility and a potential draft pick, or will they recognize the immediate value of a player who brings speed, skill, and a proven ability to score when given a chance? This isn't just a transaction. It's a statement about the team's identity, its commitment to player development, and its strategic vision for the future. The hockey world watches with bated breath, eager to see if Robertson's recent heroics were a final desperate plea for a chance or the definitive turning point in his Maple Leafs career. What's your take on this high-stakes situation? Should the Maple Leafs hold on to Nick Robertson, or is it time for him to get that fresh start elsewhere? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're as invested in this unfolding drama as we are, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for all the latest insights and updates on the Toronto Maple Leafs.